brief review. Got the right machine. These grade 8 bolts, Allen head, so be secure. I don't know what size this is. And as you can see, I went back and resealed. I got a sand, did a 3/8 round over here on the port, and it sounds way better, way different. Should be a lot better now. The first design that y'all saw was just to see if it was going to sound any good at all. And I still got some work to do, but I want to get it in. I want to do position tests to see what sides I want to actually have for beauty, and they'll come back out again. So we got to bow up on this behemoth, and yeah, there we go. So still got a little work to do here. I got to wood putty this. It's got liquid nails down in it. I made sure these two holes, that's got glue and nails in it, so we're good there. And we should have a good seal. So oh yeah, and we got to crank the voltage up on the amp, because this sub, and I left it laying and I pushed it and I let it get ambient temperature and a couple other things. This sub is reading at, how am I going to bow up on this? 1.4. And today, this morning, I know it fluctuates, but this morning, that was last night, this morning, leaving it overnight and then turning it back on and leaving it again, it's reading 1.1, 1.2. It's floating between those two as far as ohm load. In the box, I'm going to test it again and see what it says, but right now, I just need to get this in the car. So let's bow up on it by the power of Grayskull. Again. So here we go. Wow. It's wedged. There we go. Get in the car. Whew. And before I bolt it down, we'll do a couple of low volume tests on it. I'm going all the way over with it and back to that little chock that I have going on back here. Little chock block. There we go. It should be on it. All the way over. And there we go. That should be putting the port in a different spot. Let's see where the port is now. Oh yeah, right here. Alright. And I'm going to try it like this. I'm going to spin her around. I'm going to leave the seats back, spin it around, and fire the port up and sub forward. So we still got some testing to do. But right now, we need to dial in some more voltage to the amplifier. So let me go get that voltmeter and let's do this, because before I hook the 8 gauge back up. All right, stay tuned. See, I'm around here. Look at that. I'm like, there's no leaves on this tree. It's not raining. Look. I kept hearing something hit the top of the tin on the roof. I'm like, what the hell is that? I looked around for a squirrel. I'm like, there's no acorns, there's no leaves, nothing in this tree. And then I look up and it's a gaggle of fucking birds just shitting on the house. I thought, I was like, what the hell? It's like meteors hitting the house or something. No, it's just birds. Oh, look. They're just letting it go, man. I better look out before I get bombed here. I'm out of here. Oh, listen, just... They're like... Here we are. First dibs on the worms. Whoever hit in the caverns of Beachwell City. Where we're going to hook these back up. After I get the voltage set at its maximum 1 ohm load, which, you know, plus a little bit. all the dyno tests that I saw said it was doing 2500, so I went off of that. And I know the RMS on these amps is 23, but 25 and 23 are negligible in my opinion. And as you can see, I'm using my fancy lightsaber for a flashlight right now because uh-oh, I just thought of something too. There it is. Okay, all right, because my spotlight died. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but of course, in the middle of a project, a critical piece of equipment, and I can't even find my other flashlights. I mean, I'm like, but you know what? That's one reason why I don't mind the whole lightsaber thing right now, is because technically they are flashlights. The baselit ones are anyway. Alright, give me a good connection in there. It's gonna come back out anyway, so if there's a couple of frays, not a big deal. There we go. Snug, snug. I'm gonna give this one one more turn. Just snug. If you go in there, please. My feet keep slipping. There we go. Snug, snug. We're good. Oh my gosh. Oh, the struggles of a fat man. I need to cut my hair. It's so bad right now. Yeah, that looks crazy. I do need to cut my hair. Ugh. I hadn't had my hair long in a long time, and now I'm not used to it. All right, everybody, here we go. Box is in, port forward, sub facing up. And I've been doing break-in today on the subwoofer by itself. And 20 hertz test tone is where I found it doesn't overheat and it doesn't use a whole lot of voltage, gain, and everything like that. So, and it gets it moving just to get that spider broke up and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do now that we've gotten a couple of days of break-in, and I know it needs more and it'll keep on breaking in as I play it normally. I'm not trying to rush it, but I'm just trying to break it in slowly, so whenever we do push it a little bit, we won't have the stank happening. So at this point, it's all about feel, and watch it a shake, and we'll use the mirror. And you know, I could actually get a glass of water. I don't know, back in the day we used to use a glass of water and watch the ripples, how much they move. I don't know, just, you know, peak points like up here. Of course, I don't have any way of holding it, like in a truck, you know, you have to hold it up here and all that. So let's run a 20 hertz test tone at the same volume we were running before, which was 23. And we'll put the gain up. And the car's off, by the way, so we're just running off battery power, so we're not going to push it very hard. But I want to just kind of listen and feel and pay attention to the movement of it. And where we were before was right around here, about a quarter, just to get the sub moving, get some air going. All right, nothing crazy. That should be right around 10 to 12 volts in the back of usage. And so, and yeah, I know everything still need to be bolted down, and you can hear the whole car starting to rattle around. And it's not optimal. I understand this box is not optimal for this car. It's actually, I think, going to be too big unless I wall off if I were to do ported. I'm just kind of monkeying around with this thing. I'm probably going to end up putting my 12s back in the trunk. But what I'm thinking is after this, I'm going to flip it around and go sub forward, port up, and see what it actually does. All right. And finally, we'll do a 40 hertz. It's the same gain. I'm gonna leave the gain alone. But there's 40. All right. Subs hardly moving at all, honestly, on that one. All right. Kind of listening. Bring that down. Alrighty, let me make sure this is how I drive first. I'm relatively positive. Yeah, this is the position I drive right here. So I didn't have to move my seat or anything, but the box is pretty close, if not all the way up against my back seat. The box is. Now we have subwoofer pointing up on my side. The port's over here, pointing back approximately, because it's angled. Now I could make it straight. We'll go from the skinniest point down at the bottom, which is right at 6 inches-ish. Okay, give or take a ½ inch. All right, because I didn't look at it that close. I just saw 6 plus a little bit. So now, let's do the same 3 things. We'll go 20 hertz, 50 hertz, 40 hertz. Just like that. We're going to do it the same way and see what it sounds like. All right, same power. I haven't touched the gain. It's still up here at the R. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. All right, take it up to 23. And the box subject to move because I did not strap it down. It doesn't have the brackets in it right now, but we're not going crazy on volume, so we should be fine. Alright, so now I'm not getting near as much, like, you know, that tight feeling like your pressure on the front here. It's probably all going to that back right there. Alright, so let's stop that. Because before you could feel it up here, you know, you just pressurize on your ear. So that's not happening.
2, 1.
Alright, same gain. Nope, that's not louder. That's actually way softer. I don't even have to do the 40. I can stop that right there. I can go ahead and stop that right there. This one will actually show you back here. Let me get this in position. All right, so now just to show you, we got plenty of room for the surround. It ain't gonna beat up against there. That's a good inch. All right, 2-finger width there. We're on a little chalk block. I mean, if I put a real L bracket back there, it could go all the way back. So anyway, now the subwoofer is facing forward, port up. We're gonna try it like this and slide the box over and try it like that, 2 different ways, and see what kind of results we get. Let's do it. Oh man, it's supposed to be my day off. Am I supposed to be like getting drunk? And I mean, what am I doing with my life? All right, let's do this.
2, 1.
Oh shit. Forgot to turn the amp off. Hang on. Let me power up. Give that a second. All right. And that should be good. Just to verify, gain's still in the same spot. Let's go. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
23. Any rattling you hear, I'm sure, is going to be wood and whatever else. All right, let's see. Yeah, any rattling you hear is just me moving the box around and all that good stuff. Yeah, see, it goes away. Put my weight on it. It doesn't have the brackets. All right. Definitely better than the port backwards, but still thinking port forward facing up is going to be best. Let's go ahead and turn that down. Let's go to the next one.
2, 1.
50 hertz test tone. Yeah, definitely louder than rear. Not 100% if it's louder than forward. We're going to go back to the original after this and run it one more time just to verify. But I'm relatively positive facing up, port forward is going to be the best for this particular car. And that's why I went with it, because in my mind, looking at all the designs are SUV designs, and this one made the most logical sense for this car is face up, port forward. Just so the air, if the port get it closer to here, has room to actually just move and do stuff. All right. So that's a good minute. Yeah, almost a minute. We'll call it a minute. And let's go back to 40. Turn that off. Snap it to a Kit Kat.
Two, 1.
And then finally 40 hertz test tone. I don't know. That's pretty close. Same gain, hadn't moved anything. That's not too shabby right there. And once again, we're going to slide the box over and do it there. That's why I'm trying to do this pretty quick. Do it all in one take here. All right, so that's not bad. That's not bad. I can feel the vibration in the air. More pressure up here the way it's supposed to be, like night and day compared to what the other one was. But you know what? We're going to skip the other two frequencies because 40 hertz, I'm noticing, is what this particular enclosure likes right now till it breaks in. And I'm sure it'll drop a little bit. The FS probably go down, I don't know what, 37, 38. It's not going to drop very much. Hell, it might drop to 35, who knows. So without wasting too much more time, let's go ahead and slide the box over. I got to be careful because I don't have the plug in there, so I got to pick up, slide. We're going to go all the way over and go over to the other side. Make sure we're on the edge of the platform the way we have been. All right. Just to keep it all what, you know what I mean? So that's the edge. Make sure we're good here. Wait, actually that's my little shim for when it's actually facing up. I don't need to lose those. I need to get those out of there. Still got some work to do, as you can see. All right, so there's that. Actually, where's that shim at? That's gonna help me out. Like right now, I got plenty of more. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna shim that now. That'll keep it from vibrating so bad. All right, so let's do this. So now, subwoofer's almost centered. I probably could center it up to where it's like right here. That'd probably be the best thing to do, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Let's center it up. Let's center that bad boy up. All right, so move that. We'll get it as center as we can anyway. Okay. Now, let me get myself in here to finagle this a little bit. Is that about right? Don't have to move much. I think that's about right there. Shoot. Yeah, right about there. Bolt. Huh. I don't have to put a plumb bob on it or anything. It'd be good. Let's put this under here. Just keep the box from slapping. All right. How's that look? That's about right. Of course, the logo's upside down now, but that's okay. Edge of the box. Let's see. All right, let's back this up. Oh, gotta close the door. Oh, there we go. Did it close? Yeah. Verify same gain. And let's see what this sounds like.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a contender with the port being here and the subwoofer up. I can definitely, it's louder than any of the other configurations, less fire up, port forward. I don't know, kind of like that. Moving air. And this is sealed, by the way. This isn't with because I'm trying not to bother neighbors, even though it don't look like they're even home. But now we're definitely get some movement out of the Sundown. That's at 23. Let's go up a tick. Let's go up to 26. That's normally what I listen to music at. Let's see what it sounds like up here. I mean, 20 hertz, you're just moving air at 20 hertz. Definitely moving air over here. Let's see if I can, everybody always does this. We're definitely moving air. Yeah, as you can see right there, we're moving some air, baby. All right. So let's turn that down. The Cosmic Beat Slayer. That just sounds awesome. Let's do this. Now you get to hear all of it. Music. Royalty-free music, YouTube. Don't get me. It says it's the Beat Slayer. Let's see if it is. I'm actually going to close up and then we'll open up. Well, let's leave it open like this. Let me pause that. That sounds better. That sounds better. I'm more impressed with this now that I got the box moved around, checking out how it sounds. Because when I first put it in here, I was like, man, I don't think that amp. Yeah, I was blaming it on the amp, actually, not the sub, because Sundown don't make no junk. Let me put it like that. I haven't touched the gain, still at a third. I'm not really cranking on it. Subwoofer's a little bit warm, so we're not gonna go crazy. It's not hot, but it's warm on the dust cap. Nothing crazy. So let's listen to this song. It's a short song, so I might as well finish it, huh? Let's watch the mirror go away. Uh-oh. Subwoofer flex. There's some air moving. definitely better. Oh, mirror moved again. It wasn't my fat ass that moved it either. Alright, so yeah, we're going to batten down the hatches right here. We're going to batten down the hatches right there. Let's turn that off. Let's shut everything down and get to a stopping point. Alright, so I like it better. I mean, at first, you know, I was getting kind of leery. I was like, man, it just ain't what I thought it was going to be. That is what I thought it would be ish. All right, now understandably, technically running at 2 ohms. When I metered it before I put it in this car, it metered out ohm wise at 1.2. It was fluctuating 1112. All right, when I first took it out of the enclosure, put it down, it was like 1.4. So let's just call it a 1.4, 1.5. Call it an ohm and a half. It's not 2 ohms. Definitely not. It never went above 1.4. So when it settled down, room temperature, sitting out overnight, I left the ohm meter on for a long time on it, and it just fluctuated 1.2, 1.1, 1.2, 1.1. So I mean, technically, I don't know. It's a 2 ohm, but whatever. When we get the other one, oh yeah, and something else, just on the subwoofers in there, those LCSs are wired, and I left the ohm meter, I was like, that can't be right, and I used a different one because I got 2 meters. Both of them read 0.8 on those, like solid. It don't move, nothing. 0.8 is what that's wired at. So that's why that crescendo and those subwoofers, that's a good match, all right, for anybody out there maybe shopping around. I would suggest picking up a couple of SA Classics and a S1 V2 Crescendo. Perfect. You would be good to go. Perfect little setup, and won't break the bank. As a matter of fact, Sundown Yard Sale has like 44 of the Classics right now on sale for $126 each. I'm tempted to get them. I don't even need them. All right, but back to this. We got the 18 in, and I believe I like it. I wish there was a way, and I'm sure there is. I wish there was a way, because now that I see that this works, and here we go on the ramble, you know me. Now that I see that this works, what I would like to do, if I could swing it, and I'm sure I can, because the front to back, that'll give us airspace here. If I change all this up and go all the way back with a thinner board, that'll give us a 1/2 inch right there, a couple of inches. You got 1 inch there, 3/4 there, so that's 1.5 inches plus another 1/2 inch. That's 2 inches of back-to-back room here. Obviously, right here would be max of where I wanted to go, which has always been 29 inches from there to the back of the deck, where it meets up to here. That's 29 inches, so that's what we had to work with. What I would love to do, and I bet I was looking at this up here whenever I was doing all that. But you see, let me recap. This is the room I'm talking about. Room I'm talking about up here to the bump where it flush mounts. What I would love to do is build another box like this one. Obviously, you can't get another 18 in here, but I would love to build a box or 2 boxes and slap them together. I'd rather it be one box, one solid enclosure. That way it would still fit through the door, 20 inches by however deep we have here. Now that may be the trick, because this was maxed out of how it would fit through this hole. If I do any more, I got to take the door off or build it in the vehicle, which this isn't a big deal. That's only a few bolts. I'd probably just take the door off. I would have to be for damn sure I was done with it though, before I took the door off, because that's a lot of work right there. Well, it's not hard. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. This would be the pain in the ass right here, which I think that just comes off, I think. But if I took this off, and maybe it might swing all the way open, I don't know. But we just need it to swing all the way up. I think that is what I need to do. Take that off right there, if I'm not mistaken, and the door will just swing open. I can go straight in with a box, so we're good. I would still have it. I just have to go side to side right here, because I believe that's how that works. All right, but anyway, back to this. Port over there, port over here, subwoofer. I think that would be awesome. All right, have a port, subwoofers facing forward. That is what I'm seeing. Finish up on sealing up this deck. Even if we get some little thin mill sound deadening mats, I've got a box that's in a cart that was highly suggested. I think it's like, I don't know, 80 bucks for the box, which will be plenty to do this and any of this over here. We will eventually be putting the trim back in here, by the way. So we still got the side to side is going to be on this deck. So 42 inches, 44 max if we go, you know, another inch on either side. So 44 max side to side. 20 high is where I want to keep it. Obviously 20 high will work because that's what this is right here, is 20. All right, and then however deep we need it for adding another subwoofer. And then after that, I'll just have a box and may do a giveaway. We're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do when we get the other sub. I think I am gonna go ahead and get the other one, because now I see what I'm working with room wise here. Obviously we got all kind of room to work with up in here. I mean, we're good. All right, that's what I was afraid of. I just didn't want a big gigantic high profile. This is what we were going for. All right, flush mounted, because once I get this deck built up, it actually sits up off of here to go with these, and we're going to be fiberglass in it, so that'll be about right. And that gives us about what, about a good 3/4 inch between here and this deck, so that'll work. See where I'm going with it? Maybe an inch, actually, maybe, yeah, more like an inch. All right, and that's it. I gotta fix these scuff marks now. All right, let me get out of here. Let me get everything battened down and shimmed up and bolted down and call it a night. It's crafted a mind. Go out there and have some fun. Project Defiant and U18 continues. Woo! Fuck off, I got work to do. Boom.